Hello and welcome to Mangley Town.
And today we have a layout tour and update for you.
So we'll start here and we'll work our way around. This is my 5-lane level crossing. I do have one bit of work to do here. There's one tiny little fish plate on this which isn't actually going under the rail, so stuff coming from the right can derail, so I need to get that track back up and get that fish plate in properly. I've also got the, I believe, Pico LK51 automatic barrier gates in replace of the manual gates like I've still got on this one, but they don't fit in the holes which the normal gates do, so I'm going to have to figure out something for them to make them look better. Now have the platform ready for this station. Still got to figure out a station building that I want there, and I think I might put a little signal box in that gap there. Roads are done, but I'd still need to do the white lines on them. Also the Poundland distribution centre and the back scene still needs doing, but at least when I do those I can push the layout back to the wall so I've got more room in the front. But as we come round here, I have got a crossover between the inside and the second loop, so I can swap trains on those. I've got one little side in there for the maintenance department and my wiring there, which I still need to put the little boxes on the wiring I've got at both ends, but for being tiny wires and not knowing the rating, I've been running it quite a while now and I've not had any problems with the voltage going through the wires, so they should be okay. So if we keep coming around the side here, I've got my grass here ready, just needs gluing down, but again I keep brushing that and lifting it up, so I won't glue that down until I've got the layout back to the wall. But then that will have fencing around the side and a divider fence in the middle, and I can get some cows, horses and sheep out there. And then coming up here I then have crossovers, so the outside 3 loops I can swap trains, and I've got one long siding down there which is going to be a bit easier to use to store some trains again when the layout's back to the wall. I have now got all 3 platforms in. All the platforms need a bit of fiddling because I haven't joined perfectly well, so I need to smooth them down and see if there's anything I can do to get them looking a bit better, and then I can find out about some sort of crossover stairs to go over all 3. Then have another little siding up this end, and we also have the car park area which again needs white lines and some sort of station building. I've still got the area in the middle to paint, mainly for the fact I want a little access road going along the back which will take me up to the farm area, and I've got farm buildings there to build and put in, but I think I'll probably be painting that mostly brown and then putting a bit of grass here and there. And I've also got one long siding in the middle which my class 395 fitted on nicely until I found yet another coach, so that's going to create me a problem if I want to store that one on here. But what I'll probably end up doing is almost permanently storing the Rapido APT on there, because that's going to be a pain to disconnect to keep taking off of the layout, so that will sit nicely in there. We come back up this way. I've got some cardboard kit containers, so I might make this into a little edge of a good yard which will tie in with the good siding as well. Coming around this way, we've got the other electrical connections and also need to tidy up these as well. I might change that to a more flexible white flex and then just join that in later up there. And over in the corner here I've now got some green base on there, so as and when I decide what buildings I can fit in there, I'd like a couple more houses and then I might be able to squeeze something low relief in the back there. I can then put some actual grass down, but that way if I do it too thin there's still a green colour underneath. I think that's about it. Obviously I've started collecting quite a few vehicles, and I've got some of my lorries out, and latest edition, now do a Morrison's 00 gauge scale lorry, which is available on my Mangley Scenic's eBay. A few things we've got out. We've got the Class 800 GWR, which I think I've just seen news, the 3-coach pack is just about to be put into shops by Hornby, so should be having that soon. Also got first lot of freight out, still got quite a few more to get out there, and that will be an up and coming running session as well. I should get a couple of sets of those out. Also had another little purchase of some Serco bits, and I might go and show you those in a minute. I'll also take you through some of my recent purchases. One of the things I've been doing with my Hornby catalogue library from the 1970s, working my way up to the current date, is researching Intercity 125 models they've done, so I can add those to my collection over the next couple of years, but also any high-speed passenger trains they've done, to find any that I'm missing, which there's been a couple, mainly Intercity 225 / Class 91s. Everything else I seem to have every major livery that they've done, but also looking at coaching stock and any other freight stock that I fancy as well. But whilst looking through, I found this set which caught my attention, which I really liked, which is a Serco livery. Now, I do quite like the Class 47 livery, but it is a shame it doesn't actually match the Serco livery in here. So that meant I then had to get the Serco Class 8. So there'll be a little running session soon. I'll have the Serco Class 8 out with the 3 coaches as well. I do still, however, like the RES livery on the Class 47. So only thing Hornby I could find was a standard Gov, which is R6355. So I've got that to go with the loco, although that will need chip wiring, etc. put in. Also a little bit tempted as well. The only other thing I can find in the RES livery is some Lima stuff, so I may have to sully my collection of Hornby with some Lima. And then also, as I mentioned, Intercity 225s, have now got myself the GNR livery, so I just need to find the extra couple of coaches to go with that and get that DCC'd as well. I have also got the Swallow livery 225 coming, so I need coaches for that, which, looking on eBay, they're about £30 each. I just recently went to the Faversham Model Railway Club exhibition, and I was really lucky to find R405, R407 and R408 for a tenner each, and they're all in pretty damn mint condition. So that will give me the full set when the Swallow 225 arrives. The other little thing I found at Faversham was of a speed coach, which again had grabbed my attention. I was flicking through the catalogues and managed to pick that up for £15, which again is a damn good bargain compared to eBay. And that was actually from one of my favourite shops, Kent Garden Rail. So I'll have to make sure I have a good look round their second-hand stuff whenever I pop in the shop there. Upcoming for the layout is I'll do a little running session of the Serco livery coaches with the Class 8. Also, Model World in Sittingbourne has now DCC'd at least 3 of the bits I've got in there. So I'll have running sessions coming up hopefully on all my Class 395s and all my Eurostars. So keep tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now, and that way you'll get notifications of as and when my new videos come up. And now some shots of the empty garage when we moved in, the pile of junk I brought with me when I moved in that I had to sort out, and then some progress shots as the layout was built.